Tell me if any of these statements sound familiar or ring true to you. Alcoholism runs in my family. I have an addictive personality. Oh, I'm just not good with drugs and alcohol. Every time you say that to yourself, or you say it to someone else, or anyone says that, all they're doing is reaffirming that that is the case. Reaffirming that that is true. And I think that is one of the most dangerous statements you could ever speak into existence. That's essentially what you're doing. You are speaking that into existence. You're acknowledging it, you're reaffirming it, and you're just digging deeper and deeper roots in your own belief system that that is the case. Ultimately, what is the difference between somebody that drinks alcohol or does drugs and this person over here, and this person has said all their life, I don't have an addictive personality. Oh, I'll never be addicted to anything. Oh, there's no chance in hell I ever struggle with drugs and alcohol. I always have self-control. And the person that's saying all the things that I said at the beginning of the video. The alcohol and the drugs could be the exact same. They could, let's just say alcohol for the, they could drink the exact same amount, the same type of liquor, with the same frequency, whatever. One person falls into addiction and dependency and misuses and abuses. The other person does not. Why? Belief. This person over here wholeheartedly believes to the center of their core they will never struggle with addiction. And I truly believe belief creates your reality. The other person just reaffirms all their life. Oh, my grandpa was an alcoholic. Oh yeah, it really runs in my family. Oh, my this and that. Oh yeah, I've got a problem with that. Oh, I hear this all the time. Oh shoot, I can't even do alcohol, dude. I just go way too crazy with it. Yeah, and then I just want to do it all the time. It's like, why would you fucking say that? Why would you ever say that? It's kind of, it's like the same thing. Like if you were to go to play, like, oh, I suck at this sport. Right before you're about to do something difficult, you're like, this probably isn't gonna work. Oh, I'm terrible at this. It's like, why would you even speak that into existence? It's belief. Like that is it. How do I know that it's this person on the right? It's all about belief, because I am that person. That is my identity. It has always been my identity that I will never be addicted to anything. Ever. I've said that. I don't know why, but I've told myself that since I was like 13 years old. And I've just, it wasn't even just like I was doing affirmations like I was in the mirror like, I'll never be addicted, I'll never be addicted. No, it's like I have always believed to the center of my core that I will never be addicted to anything. And how does that manifest? It manifests with me trying everything under the fucking sun pretty much and never having a problem. Like never actually having a problem, never feeling like I'm addicted, never feeling like I can't break a habit or something like that. Because don't get me wrong, I've been addicted to caffeine before. I've been addicted to nicotine. I can feel that. Like I can like be addicted to nicotine for a week and I can like feel that, and then I can quit it and I can go off of it. So it's not like, just to reiterate this point, like it's my belief, and whether this is actually true or not, this is the belief that serves me. So of course I'm gonna believe this way. It's not the drug or the substance, it's the person, it's the individual, it's the belief, it's the identity surrounding the addiction or surrounding what it is, right? Like also, what hurts the belief is if you've never proven to yourself that you can not be addicted, right? If you've always shown yourself, you've shown your brain, you've shown your subconscious that you lack self-control, that you lack discipline, that you lack willpower, then of course all your brain is going to see and believe is that you are unable to control yourself when it comes to substances. That's not good, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to point the finger at anyone and say anything negative about that. It's just that like you have to be able to prove to yourself, you know, if all your brain and your memory has ever seen, as soon as I pick up the nicotine, that's it. Like I'm hooked. Then of course that's all you're gonna do. That's all your brain's just gonna remember the past experience, the past attempt, right? That's how discipline works, right? You're just remembering the last attempt, and it builds on itself. You feel that desire to go grab that vape, and if you go, you know what, man, I really want to hit the vape right now, but you know what, I'm not going to do it. You go to your drawer, you take it out, you throw it in the trash. You go to the trash room in your apartment, you toss it down there, can't get it back. Then your brain remembers, like the next time you feel that urge, your brain remembers the past attempt. And it says, oh, remember last time how you felt this way? And what did you do? Oh, you didn't give in. Oh, you didn't go and hit the nicotine vape. Wow, okay, cool. And then you do it again, and then the time again. It's like, oh, I remember last time. Oh, well, last time I didn't do it, so I guess I won't do it this time. It's like you're just remembering past experiences. That's like how discipline is built. Like you have to just brute force it and just pure will the first time or the first few times, and then like your brain starts to remember and like creating that pattern going forward. The other thing that I wanted to touch on here with addiction is ultimately, I think what it is for pretty much everyone is it's some unresolved issue or problem or maybe mental obstacle or some pain which leads to the dependence, right? Because if you look at, again, we take this example where we can say alcohol is addictive, okay? Okay, understood. But then why are some people addicted and other people aren't? They're drinking the same thing. It's the same whiskey. It's the same beer. It's the same thing. Why can some people smoke cigarettes once a month and other people they just can't stop every single day? You could say it's genetic. You could say it's this. And look, at the end of the day, like, I just study drugs like all the time, relentlessly, because it genuinely fascinates me and I'm genuinely interested. I don't have a PhD. Right? I'm not a drug researcher, right? This is just my take and what I've learned from the world, from studying, and from my own experience. But ultimately, I think that's what it is, right? You see people that have pain or trauma, or they weren't raised properly, or they were shown the wrong things in their life, you know? And that is ultimately what leads to problems, what leads to mental issues, not like mentally ill, but like things maybe even like depression, anxiety, or even just improper beliefs. Even like what we said at the beginning, the stories that we tell ourselves, the things that we learned by watching people do in our lives that was ultimately wrong, the wrong way to do it. Now we have those things built up in our brain, and that creates that issue, right? Because ultimately, if you knew what to do and you had will and you were raised the right way and you took control of your own brain and your mind and you believed in the right things, like you wouldn't be addicted. Like you could do the most addictive thing in the world and still not get addicted, right? And kind of attached to that as well, the other thing, in my opinion, is you're unhappy with something in your life. And you're using the drug to escape that, right? I think I saw somebody actually. He was like an alcohol, like I'll help you quit alcohol coach or something like that. And he had this reel that he was talking about. Alcohol is not the problem; it's the solution, and that's the whole issue. He said in this reel, he goes, ultimately, alcohol was never the problem. The problem was I'm unhappy with my relationship. The problem is I'm unhappy in my job. The problem is I don't respect myself. The problem is I don't love myself. The problem is I have no friends. The problem is I'm lonely. The problem is I was, raped when I was young and I can't get that image out of my head and I can't trust anyone romantically ever again. Like, those are the problems, and you're grabbing the bottle as the solution. We all know it's not the solution. We all know it's a terrible solution. It doesn't actually work. It's just a Band-Aid. You're just practicing escapism instead of actually looking at what is the problem and how do I prevent the problem from happening. Or if you can't prevent it, like it's something that happened in the past or whatever, then it's the problem is this thing is affecting me. How do I fix the problem of it affecting me so that it no longer affects me, It's the same thing as the Band-Aid thing, right? It's like if you had a rock in your shoe that was causing your foot pain, you're like, ow, my foot hurts. You go to the doctor, and the doctor can either figure out what's causing the pain or just slap on a Band-Aid. Your doctor prescribes you painkillers. Oh, here's the pain. But how dumb does that sound? Like, I have a rock in my shoe that's causing the pain in my foot, and you're just gonna give me a painkiller? You're just slapping on a Band-Aid. But you're not actually addressing the root cause of the pain itself, which if you just took a look under the shoe, you took the shoe off, you took the sock off, and you actually took a deep look, you'd be like, oh, there's a rock in here. That's why I'm in pain. And so, and I'm not here to sit on my high horse and say, I've never felt that before. I have no problems. I'm always happy. I've never practiced escapism. Hell no. Hell no. I've practiced escapism many times. Many times. I'm unhappy with something in my life, and I, reach for some substance to dumb down my brain, to distract me, to give me feel-good chemicals in my brain so that I don't have to think about the bad thing. But ultimately, it's never really gonna get you anywhere long-term. Like, it's a short-term fix, but you still have to address the rock in the shoe, right? You still have to address what's actually causing me this pain, this discomfort, this anxiety, this depression, whatever it is, because I believe there's a cause and an effect to everything. And if we can find that, then we don't need to escape as much. And then if you want to use party favors and recreational things for fun to enhance your experience, you can. And it's not about you escaping from a life that you don't like, but it's enhancing an experience, to create an amazing memory or time. And that's how I think of it. And then you don't have to worry about addiction because you're not escaping and you don't have problems. And that's it. That's my rant for this evening. Well, it's nighttime when I'm filming this. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Drop your comments, your opinionated comments down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Do you not trust me? Do you not believe me? Need a plaque on the wall in the back for you to be like, I won't listen to this guy in a friggin' Nike hat. He just got back from the gym. What does he know? Maybe I know some stuff. Maybe I don't. Cheers.